And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pacer Pit, where the men's soccer team takes on the Savannah College of Art and Design in this Game 2 of this Labor Day doubleheader. The women dropped a hard-fought contest earlier on, where they lost 2-1 against Belmont Abbey. I'm Marcus Johnson, going solo today as Sidney K. Murphy, my co-commentator for the first game, had to go off to softball practice, the price of being a student athlete. They make you do broadcasting and actually play the sports. But we're just underway here at the Pacer Pit on the campus of the University of South Carolina, Aiken. Pacers trying to get it in to the offensive zone early, makes something happen. Bit of an awkward angle shot on goal, scooped up by the goalkeeper for the Bees. Hard to tell they're the Bees because of their jerseys. The black and yellow stripes didn't give that away. Ball skied into the Pacers zone. Tom Berry chases after it into the corner, intercepted by USC Aiken. They're going to try to bring it on up. Biandicho brings it up, moving pretty quickly. Gets the ball up into Ito. Ito loses it as it's chased down by Garen Hayes. Ball is skied a mile into the air where the Pacers will head it in, try to keep it in. Simmond tries to pop it over a defender, and that ball's going to roll out of play. Pacers will maintain possession of the ball, however. Driss Barraquette will send it on over to Simmond, who's actually going to set up for a corner kick. First opportunity of the day for the Pacers on this corner kick where they have Simmond trying to get sole possession of all-time assists, sitting with 25. He's not going to do it there. Biandicho, never mind. Tongue twisters like a galore on this team. Here comes a shot on goal. That's easily scooped up for the save. Biandicho, that's it. SCAD moves it up. Santana passes it on up for Lynch. Lynch puts an awkward angle shot on goal, but that is saved by the Pacer keeper, Chase Bolton. Oh, sorry, not Chase Bolton, Targia. Bolton is 0-1, that's number 1. It's the weirdest thing about SCAD. It's something I'm never going to get used to, that they can do double digits with single-digit numbers. Ball quickly thrown inbounds. Trying to get a clearing breakaway pass away. Chris Perez will chase it down along with, as he's countered by Tom Berry. Ball will end up out of bounds. It'll be a SCAD ball. Ball tossed on inside, Berry after it. Look at the ball out into the center. Here comes a shot, and it's going to sail just wide to the left and rolls out onto the intramural softball field yet again. Targia will kick it on out, giving the rest of his team time to set things up. Sent it out, headed into the SCAD zone, but they clear it right back out into Pacer territory. Tobier trying to fight off a defender, and that ball's going to sail out of bounds, and it'll be Pacer ball. Quickly inbounded. Chasing after it as it runs into the corner. Pacers win the foot race. And we're going to get a whistle here. Foul called on the Bees. Pacers maintain possession. Driss Barraquette with the ball.
Roberto, see this face, see this face.
Barraquette kicks it on in towards the net, headed away from danger. Callahan Walker scoops it up, high kick straight on net, and it will be scooped up for an easy save.
Callahan, you're here. This is your responsibility. Tighter, Callahan. See him. If anything, read it and you're on him.
Cleared out well down the field. Headed right back into SCAD territory, headed right back out. No clear possession just yet. Cleared out. We have a breakaway here. Awkward angle shot is going to go right into the waiting hands of Targia. All cleared out. Pacers trying to clear it. And they're just going to kick it out of bounds and out of harm's reach. Almost a breakaway opportunity for Alfie Raw of SCAD, but didn't have a good enough angle, and it allowed Targia to get the save. Ball headed right back out of bounds. Henry Bell will toss it on in. Bell gets it in, and the ball rolls out once again. Pacers will take possession. Targia will scoop it on up. He'll throw it on out now. Throw it on out, kick it on out, however he wants to get it out, that's how he's going to do it. Off the head of Oriak. Kicked back out, midfield. Pacers trying to corral it. They're keeping possession for now. Perez kicks it on down the field for Barraquette, but it's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be out on the Pacers. SCAD takes over. Off a Pacer head. Barraquette trying to head it. Nobody with clear possession just yet. Now the Pacers take that clear possession, try to get it on up ahead. Biandico couldn't catch up to it. Pacers still trying to hold it in the zone. SCAD takes it, tries to move it on out. Pacers will take it. Simmond tries to put a shot up for Ito, and it'll be stopped by the keeper before Ito could catch up to it. Ito tries to charge in. Ball is cleared out before any harm can be done. Ito having to fight off 3 defenders trying to get to that ball. Long pass up for Lynch. Lynch trying to get it, and they're going to call that. Foul coming up. That'll be a foul on, or sorry, it's going to be offsides. Yeah, offsides on SCAD. Targia sends it down the field, over the head of Ito, who tried to meet it. SCAD moving up with it. Santana sends it on over, intended for Lynch. Lynch able to get around and pick it up. He's moving on in. Only 2 defenders to beat. Gets a nice pass through the defenders, but an awkward angle will result in an easy save for Targia. Good passing, just a bad angle on the shot. I believe that shot was from Tom Barry. That Barry is correct. He just couldn't get a good angle on it. Couldn't get a powerful enough kick. Pacers bring it up the field now, trying to add some offense of their own. Ito with a shot. Nice save. Rebound. Scores! Roberto Biandico gets the first goal of the game for the USC Aiken Pacers, and they take the lead 1-0 with 35:53 on the clock in the first half. Well, a good opportunity for SCAD turned into a goal for the Pacers as they came right back down the field and put it into the back of the net for the lead. Biandico was in the right spot at the right time to get the rebound. Excellent save. But if you can't corral it, rebounds will come back to bite you every time. SCAD picks up the ball. A little misstep. Allows Simma to bring it up. He's got some nice feet there. SCAD clears it right back out, though. Pacers head it back in, trying to make something happen, trying to take that 2-goal lead if they can. Biandito chasing up, headed back out by Kretschmar. The Bees trying to do something with it. Pacer defense playing high pressure. Kretschmar chases after, and he's going to send it out of bounds. It will remain SCAD ball. El Boutari will, oh no, I thought it was El Boutari, but it's going to instead be Henry Bell who sends it in. Looking for the names all over these score sheets. Pacers try to clear it on out. Barraquette chases after, but it's going to go out of bounds. And they're called out of bounds on the Pacers, so he must have gotten a bit of a foot on it or something. Bees toss it in. Perez applying some pressure. Pacers take it over. Trying to clear it on out. Bees try to keep it in. Biandico gets the pass, and he's going to send it on in. A little wide of the net, but just to be safe, Joe Parker, the keeper for the Bees, will, the Bee keeper, will try to, will actually run out to meet it. I know, that's a horrible pun. I'll probably get some hate mail for that later. Perez pressuring the forwards, and he's going to get shoved down, and the ball's going to head on out. It will be Pacer ball despite him touching it. Pacers try to send it up the pitch. It's quickly sent back in by the Bees. Chasing after it, Tobier. Biandico trying to fight for it. Bees keep possession of it. Lynch sends it back to his own men, trying to set things up. Santana, once again, sending it back on into Bell. Back to Santana. Sends it back to Lynch. Tom Barry with it, trying to get it through the Pacer defenders. And Perez will just kick it lightly to Targia for the kick out. Simon trying to play for the ball. Ball still bouncing around. Nobody with a good handle on it. Biandico chases up after it, kicks it on out. And that ball's going to sail just over the head of number 11, Barraquette. Barraquette now picks up the ball, comes in, quick shot. Nice save by Joe Parker. Parker, high kick, clears it way out into the Pacer zone. A little fight for the ball, nobody's touched it yet. And American football taking place out there as they throw down Dave Stone to the ground. Well, not really throw him down, he kind of collided with him. Incidental contact. Simon clears it out. Looks like Ito with it, loses it, and a whistle here will blow the play dead. Pacers keep possession. Simon passes it back on up. Barraquette passes it. Simon tried to get it, couldn't get it as it was intercepted. Now SCAD will bring it on up. Clearing pass over the heads of everybody. Pacers will run up to meet it, and they're going to send it on out of bounds, trying to get more of their guys on their side of the field. Tossed in quickly. Alfie Raw gets it on in. Barry back to Raw. Passes it on across. Trying to get the pass on in, but it's headed out by Kretschmar. This ball's still in the zone. A little fight for it. SCAD keeps it. Awkward angle. Trying for the centering pass. Nice job by Perez to stop that. Simon corrals it. Simon passes it on up. Biandico tries to get it on out on the relay. Unable to. SCAD keeps it in. Nobody touches it. Bees bringing it on up. Raw moving in, trying to beat the defenders, gets a pass on off. It's rolling towards the corner. Catching up to it, Tom Barry keeps it from going out of bounds. Lynch, and that ball looked like it went out of bounds, but no call from the official. Bees bringing it on in. Nice job getting it through. Pacers try to clear it on out. It's kept in. Bees trying to shoot. Nice blockage, nice defense by the Pacers to keep that from being a shot on goal. And it looks like we may be having a corner kick here for the Bees. They're going to send on William Santana. That's exactly what's happening. Santana will go for the corner kick. 1-0. Just under 30 minutes left to play in the first half. Corner kick on its way. The header sails it wide of the net. And it's going to roll out of bounds. And we're going to see, looks like another corner kick coming up for the Bees. And they are going to have Alfie Raw go for this corner kick, using both the right and left corners. See if the Bees can convert on this opportunity. Kick on its way. The header just misses and sails out of bounds. This time the Pacers will take possession. No need for a corner kick. They'll send it on down the field on the foot of Leonardo Targia.
Substituting in for the Pacers, number 17, Brett Smith.
And I don't think Targia knew they were having a substitute come in. Brett Smith will come in, and Gregory Bennett will take a seat. Well, we have a moment. We'd like to thank a couple of our sponsors, including Willie Jewell's Barbecue. Willie Jewell's, the old school barbecue. Thank you for all your support. Every dish is served with a side of Southern hospitality, just 10 minutes away from USC Aiken. Willie Jewell's would love to have you there for your next meal. Biandico chases after it, but it's going to roll out of bounds. Yeah, they're finally calling it out of bounds. Biandico tried to keep it in bounds, but to no avail. So SCAD will take over deep in their own zone. Went to Henry Bell to toss it on in. Ball bouncing around. Simon takes it, passes it on back to Perez. Perez tries to send it on down to Stone. Stone picks it up, corrals it, looks for a setup. Gets it around. Bees take over. Ooh, some nice footwork there from Raw. Raw passing on into Lynch. Back to Raw. Deflects off a Pacer and out of play. Bees maintain possession. Henry Bell tosses it back on in. Tom Barry. It's kicked on high. Ito looking for it. And it looks like Ito's going to get called on a foul as he fouled Jacob Jensen. Santana passes it on forward to Lynch. Lynch loses it. Biandico chases after it, keeps it along the line. Just barely keeping it in bounds. Some nice footwork. Ooh, very nice footwork. Passes it on off. And now the ball goes out of bounds. Bees were calling for it that it was going out of bounds earlier, but not this time. Simon picks it up on the inbound pass. Long kick, high up ahead, and unable to corral it was Driss Barraquette. He had a golden opportunity there for a wide open shot, but he just couldn't pick it up on the bounce. Smith will toss it in. Pacers still keep possession in the offensive zone. Off Ito's chest, back to Smith. Simon looks for it, tries to thread it through the legs of the defenders. No good. Bees try to clear it on out, and they do. Bringing it up now. Santana passes it forward for Barry. Barry's going to lose that one to Kretschmar. Kretschmar passes it over to Perez right in front of his own goal. Long pass up ahead for Stone. Stone tries some fancy footwork, gets it up to Simmons. Simmons, another long pass intercepted before it could get to its intended target. Bees will try to bring it on back down. Simmons fights for it, takes it away again, keeps it in bounds. Little flip over the head of the defenders. Trying to get things going here. Pacers still with possession. Another pass up, this time from Stone. Barraquette loses the battle. Not the war, though, as the Pacers keep it. Pass on out to Simmons. Simmons tries to one-time it towards the goal. Biandico with it, fighting for it. Ito, ball skied up. Bees trying to keep it out. And that's a clearing pass. Will be successful as it's past midfield. Kretschmar passes it on over to Tobier. Tobier sends it deep into the Bees territory, and that's just going to go out of play. 24:43 left in the first half. Pacers leading 1-0 over the SCAD Bees. Go ahead and thank Innovative Solutions for all your printing needs. Visit the fine folks at Innovative Solutions. Be sure to check out Innovative Solutions, A Closer Look, featured on PacersSports.com. Parker will kick it on out to resume action. Off a few heads, corralled by the Pacers. Pacers trying to bring it on. Biandico bringing it up, passes it on off for Smith. Back to Biandico, gets it on out to Ito. Ito in the corner, tries to center it, deflected right back to Parker, who makes the, I guess you could call it a save. Parker taking his time, letting everybody move down the pitch. And now he'll clear it on out. Headed by Tom Berry, but he heads it out of bounds, and the Pacers take right back over. Smith tosses it into Ito. A nice little nifty kick there. Simmons tries to corral it as it comes back into his own zone. Smith takes it back. Kretschmar now takes it. Pass over to Perez. Perez getting pressured by Berry. Clears it all the way out. A beautiful kick. Barraquette chasing after it. And he will keep it in bounds. Wins the foot race. Keeps the offensive pressure going. Barraquette, nice footwork out there. And the whistle's going to be called. They're going to blow the play dead. Looks like the Pacers will keep possession. And it's going to be Simmons who's going to set up. No, they're going to have Barraquette do it? Yeah, that's what's going to happen. They're going to swap out. Barraquette will take the ball. And Simmons will run out to meet everybody in front of the keep. One to nothing, 22-20 left. Kick in. Saved by Parker. Rebound is uncorralled. And it's sent back out. Nice opportunity, but some nice defense there by the Bees to block those shots. Possible breakaway pass. Perez going to try to keep that from happening. He meets up, and that's going to roll out of bounds. And that's going to be Pacer ball. I'm going to keep that in possession of the Pacers. Dave Stone will take it. Stone tosses it in. Barraquette trying to kick it back into the offensive zone, unable to. Pacers still in possession. Barraquette, pass to Ito. Ito bringing it on down. Ito looking for an open man, finds it in Biandico. Biandico trying to dance around the defenders. He's just going to pass it on off to Smith. Smith now running it into the corner. Smith looking to center. He does, but he sends it too high and too far for everybody. That's going to go clear across the pitch and out of bounds.
Substituting in for the Bees, number 28, Arthur Bellavega.
Arthur Bellavega will come in for the Bees, the new sub. whistle blown here will stop things. Bees maintain possession around midfield. They'll throw it on in. La Vega takes it up. Passes it on off. Bit of a high kick. Simon heads it. Ito tries to corral it, unable to. A little collision out there. No fouls, however. Simon tries to move it on up. Gets it on into Stone. Stone sends it on deep. Biandico tries to get it. Trips over a couple feet. And that ball will be cleared out by the Bees. Going after it, Tom Barry. Unable to catch up to it, however, as it's sent out of bounds. Bees will maintain possession, however. Tossed on in. Barry after it. Pressured by Perez, and it's going to roll on out of bounds. And it looks like we're going to have a corner kick here for the Bees. Going back to take that, Bella Vega will, I believe that's Bella Vega. Bella Vega sends in the corner kick. Headed away by the Pacer defense. Ooh, almost a kick to the face there, but it's cleared on out, and nobody is bleeding as of yet. So that's some good news. Kept in bounds. Jensen passes it on off, and he'll take it right back. He'll pass up to Santana. Santana trying to shake off Simon. Ball now sitting around midfield as the Bees bring it up. A little light pass. Biandico takes it on over. A little miscommunication there on SCAD's part. Tobier clears it all the way down in to the Bees zone, but it's going to roll on out of bounds. Parker clears it on out over the heads of everybody. Simon knocks over somebody trying to keep possession of it. Stone will pass it on back for Perez, who will punt it basically down the field and into the benches where the spectators are. These quickly send it back in play. Clearing attempt. Tobier tries to find Ito, unable to. Kretschmar will take it, however. Back to Tobier. Trying to get it right back to Ito, trying the same thing. Nice little slide tackle by Ito. To no avail, however, as the Bees keep possession. Trying to find an open man. They're bringing it in towards the net. Kretschmar intercepts everything and sends it on out. Barraquette tried to head it the wrong way, trying to find one of his own men. Tobier now picks up the ball. Gets it on up to Simon. Simon bringing it up slowly. Trying to set things up. Tries to get it to Barraquette. Barraquette can't corral it, and it's going to roll on out of bounds. Pacers will maintain possession. Barraquette will throw it on in. Now they're going to hand that on off to Dave Stone instead. Barraquette loses it. Bees trying to take it. Barraquette trying to get it back. Keeping it around the corner. And that's going to sail on out of bounds. Bees are trying to contest that may have been offsides on the Pacers. But we're going to have a corner kick here. And they're going to have Simon try the corner kick. Another attempt at that number 26 assist. And Pacers are going to send in Thomas Jurgensen. And it looks like they're going to have him actually go to take the corner kick as Simmons going to come off. Nope, they're going to, well, Simmons is coming off, but Chris Barraquette will go to take the corner kick. Corner kick sent out. Very wide of the net. Nice try, though, for the header by Perez. There really wasn't much he could do with that except hope that it goes towards the goal. It does not. Sails out of bounds. And the Bees will take over. Parker will sky it. Midfield. Couple headers here and there. And the Bees will bring it on down the pitch. Pacers trying to corral it. They bring it up the pitch. Jurgensen gets it to Ito. Ito brings it back a little bit. Back to Jurgensen. Sends it on in. Stone with it now. Stone trying to center things. And that's going to deflect off of a B defender and out of bounds. Another corner kick coming up. Barraquette will take it. See if he has a little better results on this one than he did on the last one. Looks a little bit better. Misses everybody's head, however, and it's going to roll all the way to the other side of the pitch where the Bees will take it and try to bring it on up. Pass is intercepted by Biandico. Biandico trying some fancy moves, unable to. However, the Pacers are able to take possession back. And a whistle will blow the play dead. Going to call a foul here. And one of the sprinklers have just gone off here at the Pacer pitch. This seems to be a recurring factor. So while we have a moment with the sprinklers going, we can go ahead and thank some more sponsors. It's been a well-timed break. Go ahead and thank Aiken Flooring. For all your flooring needs, go to Aiken Flooring. You can stand on us. Along with the concierge team. Buying a home in Aiken? Nobody's better than Mike Stake at the concierge team. He will take care of all your home buying needs. And, of course, Tyler's Tire and Auto Center. For all your vehicle needs, go to Tyler's Tire and Auto Center. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center has serviced the Aiken area for over 50 years. And, of course, the South Carolina Education Lottery. Remember, when you play the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not only taking a chance, but giving a chance. Well, the sprinklers have been turned off. Looks like there's one sprinkler head that's still sticking up. They may want to tap that down before they start up play. I don't know if anybody's noticed it or not. Play will resume. Barraquette will take the kick. Kicks it high, looking for somebody to give it a header. Biandico couldn't do it. Here comes a shot blocked. Pacers trying to pick up the rebound, however. Biandico does. Puts it in front of the net. Bicycle kick sails high over the net. Good opportunity from the Pacers, but to no avail. And the Bees will take over. I think now they have finally noticed the sprinkler head standing up as one of the officials goes in to tap it down. Definitely an injury risk out there. The play will resume. Parker kicks it on out. Biandico heads it back in. Ito looking for it. Ito finds it, has to fight off a couple Bees. Keeps it in. Biandico chasing after it now. Tries to center it. Tobier sends it all the way on over to Stone. Stone stops it, corrals it, brings it on up. Puts a light shot on goal. Defender's going to kick it away, however. And it's sent on out to midfield. Headed back on in. Pacers taking over, however. Jurgensen passes on back to Perez. Perez will send it on deep in. This is trying to keep it in. Jurgensen with it. He'll pass it on back to Kretschmar. Kretschmar, long pass, trying to find Stone. It's broken up. And well, Perez will take it. Thought the Bees had possession for a moment, but Perez saw to it that they didn't. Biandico with it now. Always dangerous when he has the ball. Little pass on over to Smith. Smith gets it to Ito. Back to Smith. Some nice passing. A little bit too far ahead of Smith, who tries to keep it in bounds. He does, but his shot was blocked before it could get anywhere. Bees with it now. Lynch. Lynch keeps it in bounds. Cleared on out. Jurgensen tries to get it. A little collision there, and they're going to call a foul on Brett Smith. I'm sorry, not Brett Smith. Thomas Jurgensen. Bees punch it into the offensive end. Now they'll bring it on back to midfield. Trying to set back up. Ito applying some pressure. Ball running into the corner. Perez chasing after it. Gets tangled up. Perez with it now. Getting pressure by Jensen. And it's going to roll out of bounds, and they're going to call that out on USC Aiken. Bellavega will take it for the corner kick. 1-0 your score with 9:25 left in the first half. At 1-0 thanks to the Pacers' own Roberto Biandico. Corner kick is sent out. Unable to corral it though, we're the Bees. Long kick back on in. Headed to center. Bees trying to do something here as it bounces around. Hasn't touched the ground in a long time. Still hasn't touched the ground. Now it does. Pacers, Tobier tries to corral it. Now Stone will take it. And he'll send it on up to midfield. Barraquette sends it back. Long clearing pass. Foot race for it as it heads into the corner. And nobody really wins that one as it rolls out of bounds. And it's going to be a corner kick for the Pacers. So the Pacers end up winning the foot race in the end. Barraquette will take the corner kick, but not before a substitute comes in. Chukwudi Apugo comes in. And he's going to take the spot of Biandico. Biandico will take a well-deserved rest. Corner kick inbound. And misses everybody's head and heads towards the back corner. Bees send it on up, kick into the wind. Kretschmar tries to keep it in the Bees zone. Lynch now takes it. It's to fight off Jurgensen. And they're going to blow the play dead. Bees will keep possession. Hayes punches it into Lynch. Lynch deflects it on over for Bell. Bell puts it near the goal, but Kretschmar is there waiting for it. Smith tries a clearing kick, didn't get a good bit of his foot on it. It's kept in the Pacers zone. Lynch chases after it as it heads towards the corner, beats out Kretschmar, but Kretschmar's slide tackle sends it out of bounds. And we're going to have a corner kick here for the Bees.
Substitution to the Bees. It's number 26, Eli Klein.
Eli Klein will come on out to substitute for El Boutouri. Corner kick inbound. The header knocks it away. And another whistle here. into the Pacer keeper, Leonardo Targia. Targia sends it on down the pitch. Ace is trying to keep it. They do. Apugo trying to get it on over to Barraquette. Barraquette dances around, passes it on back. Sent forward to Apugo. Back into Barraquette. He takes a shot and scores! Barraquette puts it into the back of the net for the second Pacer goal, and the Pacers now up 2-0 with 5:37 left in the first half.
The goal to number 11, Jess Barraquette. The assist to number 15, Chuck William Apugo.
Apugo gets credited with the assist. Some good passing, some good footwork, and the Pacers now have a 2-goal lead to work with. SCAD bringing it up now. Trying to get through the Pacer defense. Some nice work there by Bella Vega to bring it on in. He's got an open shooting lane. Got some footwork, and he's going to get mowed on over by Perez. That could be costly. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty kick coming up. So Bella Vega with the penalty kick. It's Bella Vega versus Targia, 1-on-1. And here's the PK. And he scores! Bella Vega gets the penalty kick in, and it's now a 2-1 game, just like that, with 4:51 left. Pacers' 2-goal lead disappears very quickly, as it's now only a 1-goal lead once again. Pacers will keep possession as the ball rolls out of bounds. Quickly tossed in. Barraquette can't seem to corral it. And the Bees will take over. All cleared on out. Over the heads of everybody. Bees trying to hold it. Pacers trying to take it. They do. Barraquette can't corral it. Ball goes out of bounds once again. And it went off of a B player, I believe. Yep. And the Pacers will keep possession. So Perez will take it and kick it on in. Perez sends it in towards the goal, headed right back out by the Bees. And that's going to roll out of bounds. Bees toss it back on in. Ooh, almost tripped up though, but staying on his feet was Barraquette. Now he gets tangled up and a whistle will be blown. Barraquette will take the kick. Kicked in towards the goal, right into the hands of Joe Parker, who makes the save. Parker will walk it on out. Parker now clears it, gets it on up. Santana loses it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Bees will keep possession, however. Jensen will take it, toss it on in. Ace is fighting for it. And before Tom Berry can do too much, play is blown dead. Bees will keep possession, however. Everybody lining up as the Bees kick it back on in. Interesting header on a bounce. Pacers clear it on out. Barraquette chasing after it, trying to win the foot race. He does get to it, but he's still got a man covering him. Jensen forces Barraquette to withdraw a little bit, tries a centering pass, headed away by a defender. That's going to be kicked on out of bounds. Right into the lap of USC Aiken Athletic Director Jim Hurley.
1 minute left in the half. 1 minute.
1 minute left in the half. 54 seconds to be exact. Pacers will try to inbound it quickly, try to get that 2-goal lead right back on. Little fight for it. Shot, blocked by Parker. Nice save from an awkward angle. Bees fall on top of the ball, but they'll keep possession as he was shoved onto it by one of the Pacers. 28 seconds left in the first half. 2-1 your score. Pacers leading the SCAD Bees. Parker just walks it on out slowly. Draining the clock for maybe one more shot. 10 seconds left.
9, 8.
Parker clears it on out.
6.
5 seconds to go in the first half. Headed back into SCAD territory, and that will do it for the first half. Pacers lead at 2-1 over the SCAD Bees. And before we head into the break, we would like to thank our final sponsor for the day. And that final sponsor is the Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. The Etheridge Center is on the campus of USC Aiken. For all your insurance needs, go to Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. For insurance, there's no better place than Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners. Be on the lookout for the Auto Owner Athlete of the Week on PacerSports.com. Well, we're going to take a short break as we go into the second half in 15 minutes. Pacers up 2-1 over the Bees. And welcome back. Start of the second half underway between the USC Aiken Pacers and the Savannah College of Art and Design Bees. Pacers lead 2-1. Marcus Johnson here. Thank you for joining us at the Pacer Pit for this Labor Day evening matchup. Lynch brings it on into the Pacers zone. Trying to get around USC Aiken defenders. Unable to. Pacers take over with it. Kretschmar passes it on off to the side. Pacers get it into the B territory. Picking it up is Jensen. Jensen with a little short pass. B's just trying to play keep away. Pacers taking it away, however. Jurgensen sends it on in. Bees send it right back out. Kretschmar kicks it right back in. Pacers get it over to Tobier. Tobier sends it on into Dave Stone. Stone gets it on up to Barakat. Barakat back to Stone. Stone tries to center it. Slide tackle attempted kick. No good. Bees take over, bring it back on out. And a little collision there. There's going to be a foul on the Pacers. Bees immediately get the ball in before the officials can do anything. Tom Berry passes it back. Ella Vega, who has the lone B goal on a penalty kick, tries to move it in through the defenders. Pacers pass it on out. Trying to get it up past the midfield. They do. Send it on to the far side of the pitch, and that's going to roll out of bounds on the Pacers, so Bees will take over. Bees once again toss it in. Kretschmar tries to read it, tries to corral it. Now he's fighting for it, and the ball's going to go out of bounds on the Bees, so Pacers will take over. Kretschmar will take it, and he'll kick it on in. Good kick by Kretschmar to sending it down the field. Pacers trying to corral it. Barakat with it. Passes it on off to Stone. Stone tries to put a shot on goal. The weak shot rolls right into the hand of Parker, who scoops it up, and he'll walk it on out. Now he's going to drop kick it. He sends it way down the field. Perez finds it, gets it to Tobier. Tobier kicks it to the far side. Back down the pitch. Nobody there to pick it up, and the Bees will send it right back into the Pacers zone where Kretschmar waits for it. However, he's going to have to fight off Lynch for it. He does. Pacers maintain possession. Tobier chasing after it, almost collides with Jurgensen. Tobier tries to pass it, has it blocked and intercepted by the Bees. Bees bringing it on up. Ella Vega moving in. Nice footwork, puts it just wide of the net. Man, even if you double team him, Bella Vega just can move into that net and just become a real threat. So very close, narrowly dodged bullet, I guess you could say, for the Pacers. Targia will send it on out. Short kick off the back of Barakat. Pacers send it into the offensive zone off a shoulder, and that's going to end up getting kicked out of bounds by Apugo. Tossed in. And off a hand, or off the shoulder, I should say, of Lynch. Thrown back in by Jensen. Lynch tries to fight off Barraquette. He's double teamed. Barraquette tries to steal it away. Barraquette does steal it away, and he sends it off of Jensen out of bounds. Pacers will maintain possession. Dave Stone will toss it on in. Stone throws it in. Bounces around. Fighting for it. Bees win the battle. Stone tries to come in hard. Misses. The ball rolls out of bounds. It will remain Pacer ball, and Stone will toss it on in. Stone tosses it out. Jurgensen picks it up. Sends it across the pitch. Pacers will bring it on in. Ricochets off a few bodies. And it's going to roll into Parker's hands. Parker with the drop kick, a high kick. A lot of hang time. Lands on the Pacers' side where Perez heads it into Lynch. Bees trying to pick it up and corral it. Stone able to break that up. Lynch picks up the loose ball, however, runs into Tobier. That's going to draw a whistle. Bello Vega will take the kick. Bello Vega pops it on up. Here's the header towards the net, and it's in there for the goal. And that will tie the game up at 2 goals apiece with 37:07 left in the second half.
The goal scored by number 11, William Santana.
So William Santana gets credited with the goal on that, making it 2-2. Again, 37:07 left in the second half. 2 unanswered goals from the Bees. And Ito comes on out, takes the ball, kicks it on into Tobier, who sends it down the pitch over the head of Barraquette. Ball rolling towards out of bounds, and it does go out of bounds, but off the leg of Barraquette. Tossed on in. Bees trying to corral it. Little scrum for it. Jurgensen trying to send it on out. Jurgensen does get it, and he's going to get called on the offside. Bees will take over now after the offside call. Quickly sent back into play. Lynch trying to fight off Perez. Elevego gets knocked on over. No call, however. Pacers take it. Barraquette with it. Tries to dance around and bring it on in. Looking for an open man as he heads in towards the corner. And that's going to get knocked out of bounds on the Pacers. Jensen will inbound it. That's going to be cleared on down the pitch. Lynch keeps it straight. B's moving on down. Tom Barry with it, trying to fight off Kretschmar. And he ends up running into Kretschmar. Ball stays inbounds. So no stoppage just yet. Tobier with it now. He's trying to fight off defenders. Brett Smith getting double teamed, ends up having his pocket picked by Bellavega. Bellavega moving in. Awkward angle's going to try to center it. Just barely keeps it inbounds. Dancing around, trying to get around Perez. Here's a centering pass across the pitch. Uncorralled. Pacers pick it on up. Cantoito needs to get back on side. He does. Barraquette keeping possession, bringing it on down. Looking for an opening. Gets it stolen away from him. Biandico back on the pitch. He scored the first goal for the Pacers. That's going to end up getting knocked on out. Nice pressure there from Brett Smith to get that to happen. Kento Ito picks up the ball as it drifts towards the center. Passes it on out. And a little trip up there. Kento Ito goes down. No call, however. Pacers losing possession. Some bad footwork there. Nice job, though, by Perez to tie up Lynch. And that'll knock down the Pacers' own number 20, Oliver McCallan. Pacers keeping possession. Jurgensen sends it on in. And running out to meet it was Parker. He didn't want to take the chance that Biandico was going to get a good shot off. Smart move. Sent on out again. Callahan doing some work. McCallahan, I'm sorry. Chased after it to force that ball out of bounds to keep the Bees from setting up. Looks like Simon about ready to get back in the game as he waits to check in. Tossed on in. Kretschmar heads it. McCallahan fighting for it. Kretschmar once again trying to pick it on up. He does. Dances around. Trying to fight off some heavy pressure from number 20, Tom Barry. He's still fighting for it. Barry gets knocked on over. And ends up cradling the ball in his lap. And he's feeling a little bit of pain. We might be seeing a trainer head on out. And they are waving the train over. So we're going to just take a short break while they check on Barry real quick. And we are back. Looks like everything's okay as Tom Barry walks off under his own power. I'm sorry, that's not Tom Barry. Ooh, that would be a hefty loss if they lose, and that's Bellavega. 28 and 20 look very similar from far away. But Bellavega seems to be able to walk on his own power, so maybe after a quick rest and some water, he'll be back into it. Kretschmar will kick it back on in to start things off.
Substituting in for the Bees, number 7, SM
Butari. El Butari comes in. the game for the Bees as the ball is kicked deep into SCAD territory. Pacers trying to make something happen here, try to get back the lead. Barraquette centers it, puts a shot up, but it sails just wide of the net. Good job on the Bees defense to take away a good shot angle. Parker skies it down the pitch. All the head of Jurgensen. Jurgensen trying to pick it back up, and he's going to kick it on out of bounds. Bees keep possession. Tossed on in. Kretschmar fights for it in the corner. Keeps it inbound. Perez joins the battle, and they're going to have a stoppage here. Pacers will have possession. Targia will pick up the ball. 31:43 left in the second half. 2-2 is your score between the Bees and the Pacers. Targia sends it down the pitch. And a whistle here will stop play. Pacers will take over the ball again. Looks like they're going to have Simon kick it from around midfield. Or right at the midfield line, I guess. Simon kicks it on down. Headed back on out by the Bees. Lynch picks it up. Passes it on over to the far side. Kicked right back into Bee territory by their own men. And they're going to kick it right back on out. Try to get some distance, keep it in bounds. And that will also draw a whistle. Pacers will take over again. Jurgensen passes it on off. Simon slowly moving it on up. McCallahan passes it back to Simon. Passes it on in for Jurgensen, who can't seem to corral it, and it is punted high into the sky, and that's going to go into the wrong goal. A goal along the out of bounds. Had that goal been in play, it would have been a good goal, but kicked on in. Near the goal and in there, score! The Pacers score at 30:02 to take back the lead 3-2.
Goal! Pacers!
Wait for the official score and to see who gets credited with the goal.
Substituting in number 28, Arthur Bellavega, and number 4,
Etches, Callum Etches, and Bellavega are reporting back in. Good to see Bellavega not too hurt. Just iced him up a little bit and he was good to go. I believe that goal will be, the Pacer goal will be credited to Driss Barraquette. So 3-2 your score with just under 30 minutes to go. He's going to try to turn that around quickly as it's knocked out of bounds by Brett Smith. Trying to keep it away from Bellavega, dangerous player. Pacers try to clear on out. Ito tries to pick it up, runs into Barraquette, but he manages to get around the defenders to pick it up. He's bringing it on down the pitch pretty quickly, tries to get the breakaway pass to Barraquette. It's deflected around, and a shot just wide of the net. And another Pacer down. And a yellow card is going to be issued to Garen Hayes of the Bees. And they're going to wave the trainer on over to check on, I believe it was Driss Barraquette. It looks like Barraquette's okay. She's just going to run on out and talk with him, check on him real quick. But it doesn't look like he's coming out. Bearcat will walk on off the pitch, but he'll probably be back. He doesn't look too banged up. Yeah, he's lining up to check right back in, so not too hurt. Not backed in. Sent over here, right over the heads of us here at the press box. Just high enough to not damage any of the equipment, thankfully. That's $10,000 we can't afford to spend, or rather don't want to have to spend. Quickly inbounded, Smith. Passes on off to Ito, just too far ahead, and just keeps it in bounds as Ito. He tries to center it, Smith chases after it, and that's going to be sent out into the parking lot and hits a car. Luckily, it's not a baseball. If that was a baseball, that would have been some very expensive repairs. Instead, there may be a little scuff mark, maybe a minor microscopic dent, but everything's fine. Well, inbounded, Bearcat gets it over to Ito. Ito trying to put it in towards the net, and that's going to go wide of everybody, including the keeper, Joe Parker, and out of bounds, B-ball. Parker sends it on out. Off the head of McCallahan. Indico trying to keep it in. He does. Goes out of bounds, however, so Bees will keep possession. Quickly tossed on in. Santana sends it into the Pacer zone. Lynch sends it into the middle. Sent on in towards the Pacer goal, where getting sandwiched between his own keeper and Bella Vega was, I believe that was Brett Smith. McCallahan bringing it up. Passes it on back into Perez. Perez looking for an open man. Sends it down the field. Ito chasing after it. Has to beat a couple defenders, unable to. Smith now trying to catch up to it as it's stolen away by the Bees and sent back into the Pacers zone. Kretschmar just heads it right back on in. Targia picks up the ball, tosses it on out, and Kretschmar will pick it on up and send it to Simmons. Simmons. Biandico. Biandico brings it up the pitch, off a foot of Ito. And chasing after it is Hayes. Hayes having to deal with McCallahan. McCallahan playing some nice pressure there. That's going to force the Bees to send it on out of bounds. McCallan will throw it on in. Now he's going to try to center pass. It's blocked by a B defender. And a whistle will blow. The play dead. Bees will take over now. And they're going to let Joe Parker take it. Parker sends it deep down the pitch. That's going to roll out of bounds. And I say that was out of bounds off of a B. So Pacers take over. McCallan will throw it on in. Sent out to midfield. Kicked right back in by the Bees. Little header from Lynch keeps it in. Santana sends it back out to midfield. Misses everybody. Pacers try to clear it, unable to. Barry with it. Short little pass to Jensen. Jensen tries to put it into the corner. Chasing after it is Raw. Raw meets up with Smith, and it's going to roll out of bounds on Smith. And just as Raw was tossing it in, it looks like the Bees want to have a substitution. They're going to send in Juan Pablo Castillo.
The substitution is number 17, Juan Pablo Castillo.
He's going to take the place of, I believe, Klein. And that's correct, Klein coming out of the game. But now Raw will throw it on in. No, they're going to have Jensen throw it in. Jensen letting his men set up. Tosses it in. Pacers try to head it out. Bees keeping it in. Header towards the net. Lynch pops it into the face of Perez. And that's going to blow the play dead. Pacers will take over. .23:50 left in the second half. Pacers leading 3-2 over the SCAD Bees. Kick sends out just around midfield, out of bounds. Pacers toss it in. Ito keeps it going. Little header there from the Bee defenders. And it's out of bounds again. Pacers trying to move it in. Biandico chases after it, fights off two defenders. The defenders win, however, send it out into Pacer territory. Perez meets up with it. Having to fight off Lynch. Lynch coming in, and he goes tackling over, or toppling over. Oh, the Pacer keeper, Targia. That's going to draw a whistle, and Lynch is down. And a yellow card issued to Targia. They haven't called for a trainer yet. So we're going to take a short break while they check on Lynch real quick. We're about to start things up. Lynch was walked off the field, shot on goal, just off the crossbar. Villavega showing his danger, and another rebound comes in. And Targier able to scoop it up before any harm could be done. Score remains 3-2 with 21:55 to go. Simon tries to get it up to midfield. Ball ends up in B territory under their own power. Sent back into the Pacers zone. Simon trying to fight off the pressure. Gets it over to Smith. Smith now bringing it on up. Barraquette bringing it down into the corner. Trying to find an open to center. And it gets knocked on out of bounds. So it looks like we're going to have, I believe, a corner kick coming up for the Pacers. Pacers looking to make it another 2-goal lead. A few Pacers coming in to substitute along with a B. Bugase coming in for the Bees. Provost for the Pacers along with Gregory Bennett. And it looks like Tobier coming back into the game. Jurgensen coming off, Perez coming off, and Ito coming off as well for USC Aiken. Barraquette sends the kick off the head of a B, popped into the air, and out of harmful territory. And that rolls out of bounds, unable to corral it was Barraquette. Jensen will toss it on in for SCAD. Into the Pacers zone, and the Bees knock it right back out of bounds. Pacers ball. Tossed in and headed right back out by Jensen. Barraquette will actually leave that for Smith to toss in. Tossed on in and out of bounds. Pacers maintain possession. Ball shot wide of the net, scoring opportunity there. Pacers almost converted on it. And on that last goal, Andre Simon picked up an assist to pick up sole possession of first place on the all-time list for Pacer assists. Another corner kick coming up for the Pacers. Barraquette, who scored the last goal for the Pacers. That's official now. He'll send it on in on the corner kick. Nice job there by Parker to get a hand up and knock it away. They're going to send it back for Joe Parker to take out on himself. And Parker sends it on down the pitch. Simon gets a shoulder on it. Smith tries to send it back on into the B territory. On the second attempt, he does. And it is kicked out by the Bees. Smith tosses it on in. Provost fighting for it. Ball rolling just out of bounds. Unable to keep it inbounds was Ewald Bugase. Smith will toss it on in for the Pacers. And it's knocked right back out by Jensen. Pacers slowly trying to bring it back on in, even though they have to bounce it off Bees. Simon back to Smith. Smith ends up knocking it out, and they're gonna say it went off of the foot of Bella Vega. So Pacers keep possession. Smith again tossing it in, gets it into Provost, and it just rolls out. Provost unable to keep it corralled as he was being pressured by Garen Hayes. So the Bees will finally take over with 17:10 left to go. Tossed on in. Smith heads it. McCallan kicks it right back in. Barraquette overruns the ball. Jensen now clears it. Bees bringing it up. Bella Vega moving in. Ball knocked out of bounds, though. Bees keep possession as Raw will toss it on in. Bella Vega off his chest. Raw chasing after it, pressured by Tobier. Into the corner, and it's going to roll out of bounds. And we're going to have a corner kick here, it looks like, for the Bees. No, they're just going to just kick it in from the corner, but not a corner kick. Bella Vega tries to put one on net, but it's blocked by the Pacer defense. Simon has the ball stolen away from him, but it gets knocked out of bounds. Pacers will keep possession. Red Smith tosses the ball in. Barraquette tries to get it, avoids a slide tackle, loses the ball, however, as Jensen passes it on in, keeps it from going out of bounds. Raw with it now. Tries to get it forward, sending across the pitch off the head of McCallan. Picked up by Bugase. Bugase gets it back to Santana. Santana looking for an open man. He finds it in Barry. Barry moving it along, trying to get around the defender. Tries to get a centering pass for a header. No good as it rolls out of bounds. And Pacers will send it on down the field. Biandico loses it, headed back in. Bees trying to corral it. Nobody with a clean corral just yet. Smith tries a header, misses it, goes off his shoulder. Picked on up by USC Aiken. Kretschmar sends it on down. Barraquette to Smith. Smith gets his pocket pick, but he will maintain possession as the ball was kicked out on a B foot. Smith tosses it on in. Simon catches up to it. Passes it to McCallan. McCallan trying to thread the needle. Gets it to Biandico. Biandico puts a shot up and just wide of the net. Parker will pick up the ball. And he's going to kick it on down the field in just a moment. Picked up by the Bees. Barraquette steals it away. Moves it on in. Tries to get around Jensen. Threads the needle. Gets it through. Now they're going to send it on off into the corner. Pravas sends it on in towards the net, but it's going to get knocked on out. Pacers maintain possession. Once again, Smith will toss it in. Smith gets it to Simon. Simon sits in the corner. Has to dance around with it. Very close to knocking it out of bounds. Has to get it between the legs. The ball's going to roll out. No, it's just kept in. Header. Almost headed into the net there. Tobier tries to chase it down. Smith now blocking the path to the ball. Smith just keeps it in bounds, moving it on in along the side. And a whistle here. Looks like we're getting a foul called on the Bees. Looks like Jensen's getting the foul. Pacers will keep possession, however, with 12:42 to go. Barraquette with the ball. Moving on up. Puts it up near the net. Nobody for the headshot, however. It's going to roll back on out. McCallan will pick up the pass. McCallan gets it on in to Auriac. Barraquette with it in front of the net, trying to get around the defender. Shoots and scores! 2 goals for Barraquette, and that makes it 4-2 Pacers. And mixed reports are saying that may actually be his 3rd goal on the day. So 3 goals, actually, for Driss Barakat. That's a hat trick. So 4-2 your score. Pacers lead with 12:16 to go in the second half. And a whistle here as one of the Pacers is down. They're saying a cramp, possibly. We're going to take a short break while they check on him. So it is a confirmed hat trick for Driss Barakat. 3 of the 4 Pacer goals are credited to him. 12-10, 4-2 your score here in the second half. Dave Stone coming onto the pitch for USC Aiken. Bees will take the ball, try to bring it on out. Adam Duckett out there for USC Aiken, seeing his first action after Oriak came off. Ball into the corner, Smith with it, trying to keep it inbounds, facing some pressure. Bees take over. He's just trying to bring it on up. Simon with it now. Simon moving it along the pitch at a very nice pace. Tries to get a pass up ahead. Nobody there for it, however, and Parker will run on out to pick it up. Parker clears it down the pitch. A booming kick. Kretschmar will send it right into the hands of Targia, who gives it right back to Kretschmar. Kretschmar trying to get around the defender, Bugase. Simon with it, out of bounds. Tosses it into Biandico. Biandico tries to get around a defender. No good, however. But the ball goes out of bounds, so the Pacers will catch a break and keep possession. McAllen will walk over to pick it up. McAllen tosses it on in. Bees take over the ball, however. They move it down the field. Raw with it. Raw tries for a breakaway pass. Here comes the race for it. And Targia wins the race, kicks it out of bounds. He was just able to beat number 10, Bugase. He will hold Bugase for the ball. And Targia sends it on down. Off a couple heads. Simon will try to corral it, and he's actually just going to let it go out of bounds. Pacers will keep possession in better field position. Tossed on in. McAllen can't corral it. Now he does. And now he's going to lose possession of it. On the call. B send it on down the pitch. That's going to go out of bounds. Pacer ball once again. Pacers toss it on in. Headed back into the Pacers zone. Smith has his pocket picked. Vega moving in. And a little trip up there of Tobier is going to draw a whistle. Pacers will take over. Kretschmar will kick it on out for the Pacers. Sends it down the field. Chasing after it, Adam Duckett. He can't catch up to it in time. Bellavega with it. Nice little footwork. Tries to beat two Pacers. Unable to. No call on the field as Barraquette knocked him over. Barraquette with a nice little pass. Just a little too far away from Bennett as it rolls out of bounds. Bees will take over. Booted down the field off of Smith's hip. Bees kick it back on in. A little foot race for it as Stone chases after it with Bellavega into the corner. And it's going to roll out of bounds. Pacer ball. Stone tosses it in. Jensen there, boots it towards the net. Kretschmar with it. Trips up, and that's going to draw a whistle as he was fighting with Bugase for the ball. Targia will kick it on out. Targia boots it. Vega with it. Got it over, but Simon takes it away. Barraquette passes it. Simon takes it again. Moves in on net. Trying to get around to the defenders. Passes it on off. Corner shot. That's not going to get anywhere near the net as the defenders were right there to pick it off. Vega passes it on up. Tobier managed to deflect that ball, but not enough out of the way as it is picked up by the Bees, and a whistle will blow the play dead. Booted on in by Santana. Trying to get it centered. Shot blocked by Kretschmar. Nice defense. Not sure he even was trying to. He just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Simon bringing it now up the pitch. That deflection sailed all the way across the field. Gets a nice pass up. Oh, Biandico almost had a breakaway there, but a nice bit of defense by the Bees kept that from happening. Headed back in by McAllen. He's got a race now with Barry for it as it rolls out of bounds. 5:38 left in the second half. 4-2 your score. Pacers leading the SCAD Bees.
Substitutions coming on the pitch. For the Bees, number 24, Daniel Otero. And for the Pacers, number 14, Thomas.
Daniel Otero coming in for the Bees. And we're also going to see Chris Barraquette come on off the pitch. Smith deflects it on into B territory. Simon trying to fight for it now. Simon able to somehow win the battle, but now he loses it. But a whistle will blow the play dead before anything can happen. Soft kick in. McAllen tries to put one near the net, but it goes right into the hand of Parker for an easy save. Parker looking for an open man. He's going to drop kick it instead and send it all the way down the field. A little head there from Stone. Keeps it out. Kretschmar under some pressure. Sends it out to midfield where it is intercepted by Santana. Pacers send it right back down the pitch, all the way down the pitch, where the beekeeper Parker will pick it up. Parker, a soft kick, gets it through. Smith intercepts it. Simon now picks it up. Simon tries to get around the defender. Some nice footwork, gets him through. Still moving, tries to get a pass on off, and unable to corral it was number 6, Gregory Bennett. He almost had a foot on it, but that foot just deflected it out of his reach. Parker punts it down the field again for the Bees. Stone with a little header, and Targio will just pick it up for the Pacers. Targio, a soft little throw in to Jurgensen. Bennett gets it on over to Stone. Stone brings it along the side. Stone, ooh, nice little move around the defender. Bellavega, usually you see him doing that. And an attempt to center it from Stone just ended up kicking it right out of bounds. So not much done there after some fancy footwork. Parker will pick it up with 3 minutes to go. Long punt into Pacer territory. Stone pops that kick high into the air off the head of number 13, Adam Duckett. Jensen sends it back on out. Jurgensen gets it. Benson back to Jurgensen. Jurgensen having to fight off some defenders. Somehow does. Biandico comes out to pick up the ball. Biandico dancing around it, has barely touched it. Now he does. And nobody there to pick up his pass as it's sent out to midfield. Tobier heads it back on in, but Bellavega just punts it right back on out for Kritchmar. Kritchmar doesn't have a good footing on it. McCallan now punting it. Now a little foot race for it. Jurgensen wins it. Gets it on out to Duckett. Duckett passes it over to Simon. Simon can't corral it. Nobody can corral it, and it is out on the Bees. So Stone will toss it in for the Pacers. He finds Simon. Simon countered by Bellavega. Simon trying to work his way around from the corner. Loses it. Bellavega picks up the ball now, and it'll be the Bees' turn to bring it up the pitch. 1:23 left. Pacers leading 4-2. Bees have to do something fast to try to force overtime. Alfie Ross sent it on down. Bees with it now. Raw again. Tries to get it in front of the net where Tom Berry can't corral it. It's sent right back out. Bellavega with it. He's getting some pressure this time from Bennett. Bellavega again, still getting heavily pressured. Tobier this time, a little bit of a collision, a three-man collision. That's going to draw the whistle. And it's going to give Pacers the ball with 42 seconds left in the game. Pacers will just try to drain some of the clock. Tobier sends it on in. Jensen heads it right back into the wading gut of Adam Duckett. Simon tries a backwards kick, and it gets knocked out of bounds. 22 seconds left in the game. Jensen will inbound it with about a quarter of a minute to go. Headed. 10 seconds left in the game. Pacers will pick up the ball. They're going to kick it on in there. 3 seconds to go. Punt it out into Pacer territory. And Tobier punts it into the air, out of danger, and that will do it. The Pacers beat the Savannah College of Art and Design Bees by a score of 4-2, thanks to 3 goals from the Pacers' own Driss Barraquette and 1 goal from Roberto Biandico. A good, solid win for the Pacers on this Labor Day weekend. Thank you for joining us here at the Pacer Pit on the campus of the University of South Carolina, Aiken. Pacers will be back in action versus Newberry on September the 6th at 7 p.m. Hope you join us for that game. And in the meantime, I'm Marcus Johnson, and have a good one.